Go ahead.
Hey, Sean, y'all had some issues earlier this year at defending in the red zone, but today 1 for 4 for Atlanta. They just kind of the last couple of weeks y'all have been doing really well. What have you been doing better there?
Well, look, I think the first thing starts with defending the run. Those were big stops we had in the game. Forcing the field goals. That was the difference in winning and losing. And but obviously it's fitting the run correctly, and then playing your red zone defense. There might be 2 or 3 different calls you're playing, but getting real comfortable with the route combinations.
Hey, Sean, Taysom did a great job in the first half of converting on third downs, but how would you evaluate his overall performance today?
I think his third downs all game were strong. I thought his performance was strong. He made a lot of throws. I don't like the position I put him in late in that game with the turnover, but that's what I saw. I thought, man, we converted a number of third downs. I don't know what our final percentage was. I think we were 9 or something, 9 or 13. I thought he played well.
Sean, another 200 yards on the ground. Just talk about the offensive line today and kind of what your impressions were of the blocking.
Yeah, it's a tough run front. There's a lot of movement. Those guys do a very good job. They're well coached. They play with leverage, and man, they make some of the stuff you want to do very difficult. I was proud of how we just kind of hung in there though and grinded and battled it out. And I thought, look, that ended up being part of the difference. The time of possession, I think, was significant, especially in the first half.
A little short-handed at corner today, and then P-Rob went out early. How do you feel that PJ did coming back over and playing corner?
Look, I think he did well. It's great to have that depth. When you're out one, then you're out another. A lot of times, especially against some of the receivers that we saw today, that could be challenging. I thought he competed his tail off though.
And when you mentioned you didn't like the position you put Taysom in at the end of the game with the turnover, what do you mean by that? Do you mean you just didn't like it?
I don't like my call there. I think it's second down, and where we're at in the game. Every once in a while I'll have, regrets on a situation, and that one certainly will be one of them.
Are those turnovers something that is an easy fix? Is it something just as simple as how he's carrying the ball?
Well, we're talking about 2 topics here. The turnover down in the red zone was when he was trying to, we just need to, like I said, handle that situation better. The ball security when he's a runner, all right, that has to get fixed, and look, he'll start figuring it out. But yeah, that obviously when we're in the 4-minute is real important.
Sean, what did you see on that play where you guys made the 7-yard loss with Gurley on the third down to set up the 4th and goal for Atlanta?
What did I see?
Yeah, how did you see your team defend it
Look,
to give you?
I thought, man, the play skipped outside, and sometimes when that happens on that scheme, and I know the scheme, it goes to the corner. I thought we kept our leverage well. We tackled well, and he's someone that's dangerous if it yips outside. You see that happen with backs, but that was a significant play.
Sean, this is 8-0 over the last 2 years in games that Drew didn't play. Is there an explanation for that? Do you handle the week differently somehow when he's not?
No, listen. It's the position everyone focuses on, but man, our team's playing well, and man, we're fortunate to have depth at a number of positions, and that's including quarterback. And so I'm proud of how we played. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Playing a team like this the second time around in 2 weeks, the numbers aren't really good for the team in the past that have won the first game. You know, when you look back on 15 years, 10 years, any study you want. So, but yeah, relative to, I just think we're doing a number of things that give us a chance to win. Obviously, there's some stuff that we've got to clean up. All right, thank you.
All right, you guys, we have Alvin Kamara joining us. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I'll call on you. First one's from Nick Underhill.
Hey, I ask you about the passes every week. It seems like it looked like that play where you fumbled could have been a pass down the field. Was that the design? Like, would you have taken a shot down the field if that had been a little bit cleaner?
I don't know. The play happened, so I don't know if it was a pass or a run. It was a fumble.
Next one's from Doug Mouton.
Yeah, Alvin, this is another game, 200-plus yards rushing as a team. Any difference in this one? And how important is what happens on the edge? There was one that Traquan had a guy locked up on the edge. How good are you guys on the edge blocking for the run?
I say this every week. We're great on the edge blocking. I mean, if we're just talking about the run game, I mean, it starts with the O-line. They do a great job of preparing. I mean, another week where we're shuffling guys, obviously Teron out, Hurst in there holding down his spot. I mean, these guys, they up front, they do a great job, man, week in and week out. A little praise, but, man, their job, I mean, makes our offense go, so kudos to them.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Yeah, but what was going through your mind when the Falcons – we're right there? I think they had a 2nd and 2 from the 13 of the 2-minute warning. Were you like getting ready to go down there and have your own 2-minute drive, or were you kind of having confidence in defense to make a stop?
I had the confidence in the defense, but I'm always ready. We're always ready as an offense. Whatever the case may be. 2nd and 2. We were just looking at analytics. That's a